I live. I live. Is there a crit number for today? No. So I've officially gotten rid of the crit numbers, and what you do is you at me in the Discord. So just put at DiNusty and then put your art and or other images for critiques, like your art and your reference, like your work in progress and your reference. And then I will get to it. Okay. Gotta remove this tablet for a little bit. Will it balance? We'll see. Just flying by to greet. Hello. What's up, Barbarian? How you doing? Okay, so this is a thing that I started experimenting with because of Pixel Fondue. Was showing me some crazy stuff, or showing all of us, because YouTube's. I love you, Bob. Bob. So they showed me I'll go to the original UI so you can see. Whoop. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus, that is totally upside down. Okay. Blah. So what I did is I made a mesh, which is this one. You can see if I hide these guys. Actually, I'll just do this. So this is what it looks like. And I just did that through retopology. So if I go into topology mode, I don't have to be in topology mode, but I haven't like grabbed the stuff out of here. But the pen tool, you can just drag this stuff out, which is pretty handy. It's like, cool, I'm gonna move this over here. Maybe I'll merge this with this one. Topo tools are nice. Anyways, that's not what they showed me. Or showed us, rather. They showed me, and us, I keep saying that. If you press M, and let's just say leaf. So we got a leaf material here. And you go and you add fur material. Alright, I'm going to warn you right now, the stream is going to lag when I hit the little render button here. Let me know if stuff gets all freaky. But look at that. I don't know if... Is the stream okay? Is it lagging at all? Decimator. A bit? Alright, well, maybe I can... Wow, that's cheating. Is it okay? Stream looks okay. So maybe I need to pause it once it renders enough. That way we don't lose it too much. Anyway, so you can see all that, right? If you go down here, if you select fur material, and I've just assigned it to these polys, right? So down here you can control like taper amount. You can give it like a curve profile. If it's Jared just sitting very still. Am I lagging? So right now they're tubes and cylinders and stuff, so you just change this to strips. Let's give it like 3 segments, so it's 1, 2, 3. And then let's turn the density down maybe, and the relative width like way up. I don't know, like 400 and something. And then let's render again. It's gonna freeze for a second. Okay, and I pause it. So it should only hiccup for a minute, guys. Oh man, Nightbot, you're still going crazy. Fuck, I need to... Okay, I'm writing that down. Nightbot is freaking out about some command. Boop. So Once you have all of that, right, you can go to render here once you're happy with it, and you can just bake geometry cache and then just check fur and hit OK, and then it'll give you your geo. Right now, for some reason, it flips the normals. We can see it. Like, I haven't tuned this at all, so it's like stupid expensive, right? But it's got all of the pieces there. The other thing is, like Chris was saying in the Discord the other day, that there's a hierarchy to how ivy or vines grow, right? As they get further out in the branches, they shrink because they're younger leaves. So you probably have to do either like a gradient pass where in the shader you set it up so that it gets further away from it, it'll shrink. Or like if the poly is smaller, it shrinks. It's probably double-sided in the render. But I just flip it in the end anyways. If I select these and then let's do like, where is it at? Geometry, polygon, detriangulate. There we go. So now we've got our, man, that is way too dense. Anywho, you can lower the density, right? The one I was testing with is, if I turn this off, I'll turn this off too. So these are the ones that I ended up baking out. These ones actually have the texture on them too, so you can see what's happening. And I just made like a really simple leaf texture. The other thing is the UVs. Oh God, wait for it. It's loading all the UVs. I bet this is going to kill the stream frame rate. Why does that take so long? That's really weird. Oh, they just close the UV window. It's like, nah, man, that's, you can't do that. Oh, it's freaking out now. That's hilarious. Oh, it might be because I have ZBrush up. Because that's a thing. Oh, right. It's like looking at UDIMs for some reason. Anywho, all the UVs are unwrapped. So it's all zeroed out for you. It's usually upside down from the direction you're expecting it. So you have to like 180 it. So like this is the top of the leaf. Or no, other way around. This is the bottom of the leaf. So you just have to flip it so it's down here. If your leaf is like this. Anyway, I'm going to close that because it's going crazy. But yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna tune it a little bit more and see if I can't get something that works for me, and then maybe I'll just build some material presets for the scale and size of ivy, and then I'll just have like I'll have like the primary shape, like these ones, and then I'll break these ones off and make another material that's like the medium size ones, and then these ones I'll break off and make like a small version. And then get those all kind of scattered throughout. Maybe take a few of the other ones and like key ones and scale them up. So you just get some exaggerated shape. Where are we at here? Epic Games. Where is this? Pillar wall. Oh yeah, this is the stuff I'm working on right now. I'm probably going to take all these and collapse them down and then bring them in as individual assets, and then they'll stack them together again in Unreal. But I was starting Unreal. Where you at? Where you at? And then we're on to your guys' stuff. I just want to show you what those leaves look like in Unreal. Yeah, no, you could, with Mesh, you could do that. It would be, less destructive as well, I think, with Mesh for Maya. So this is just like a test of just that stuff. Like, with the texture applied to it and then just placed in, I guess, just like one piece. One piece. Anywho, yeah, there's no like wind on it or anything, and there's no texture, it's just green. But I think this would work really well. Just because like it's a fast solution that, so I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to ivy. I just need to pay attention to the shapes and positions of how leaves are placed across an asset. And a good texture, a good leaf texture with variety. I was pretty happy with that stuff. Anywho, let's get to your guys' critiques. What time is it? It is 8:06. So I got critiques for the next hour or less, depending on how many there are to go. Let's see here. I'm gonna shrink this down. You know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna close this. Blended marks. What's up, Lick Balls Gates? How you doing, man? That's amazing. So I'm gonna do a few things here. I'm gonna tear this out over here and bring this over here. So now we're looking at your guys' stuff. You can't use mesh forces in SpeedTree? I mean, you could, but then you're dealing, like, then I have to sit in SpeedTree, I have to import my mesh, and, like, I can just draw those out and then tweak a few values and then push it to, you know, push it to Unreal. Lunganesa, Lumpia textures, dude, Lumpia for days. That's my uncle. Lunganesa. Everyone say hello. Chris, he's the one that used to work at Lucas. The Arts. He's the one who inspired me to get into this stuff long ago in the galaxy that we're still in right now. Okay, Discord. Do this. Woot. Okay, art related. Oh man, Chris is posting stuff too. I like it. I'm going to the very top. So this is what I usually do, just so you guys know when... Oh, let me see what these personal messages are real fast. Scrolling back. There's some funny pictures of me in here. Why is there funny pictures of me in here? Sorry guys, it's taking a minute. I'm trying to remember when I posted this stuff. So the other reason I'm opening it in the browser, here we go. So this is the first one, is I can just center click these, right? So you can see I can just like, oh yeah, this one's actually updated. I saw it earlier. Okay, so, oh nice. Yes, I saw that, Tony. That's fucking cool. So see how I'm just scrolling through here? This is why I want you to at me. Because then I can just scroll, and when I see an at, like this one, I can just center click it. So much easier. So one thing is, unless I specifically remember, any suggestions on silhouettes? So see, I'm going to have to remember that. It might say it in the thing. Oh, man. Oh, you didn't at me, Chris. Screw it, I'm clicking it. Oh, nice. Old version, new version. Very good, very good. Can I get a ripping, please? We don't call it a ripping. You can do that in the client version too, huh? Oh shit, son, you can. That's cool. It wasn't like that, I think a month ago. I could be wrong. All right, let's throw down. Reddington, what are you doing? All right. For anyone watching this on YouTube, I'll go ahead and tag when the critiques start so you can just get to that. Yuan, we went through yours. Didn't we? No. I'm going to talk to you after the stream. Can you, Yuan, can you message me? I think I know what happened. Anyways, okay, I'm going to blast through these. So, carpet reference. No problem, just asking. Friendly ask. Kyle, what's up, man? Okay, so we've got, we need a tablet here. That's what we need. We've got 48 minutes until stream's over. It's a really weird carpet. Anywho. Yeah, no. You're right. That's a weird carpet. I'm curious, did you take this picture yourself? So this pattern here, wow. Hello. Has got like fabric lines like this. And then it actually looks like all of it has that. But those directions change based on like where the tile is. So like these are tiles, right? So this one's going this way and this one's going this way. The lighter one has value shifting between each of the... It's a carpet at school. That is a really weird carpet, man. The lighter pattern has a variation in the values or color between each of the threads. Whereas the darker one, the value ranges are a little less, and they look lifted. So like, yeah, they look lifted, and there's less variation in those. There's also a second set, or a third set, which is like this piece here. What state is that? What state is that? Feels like a state. I don't know which one. Those ones are like an intermix between, it's like the gray. If you want to call, like, if these were white and these were black, then this would be like gray. I bet that's soda. I'm going to say it right now. That's soda. That's what soda does to carpets like this. Let's look at yours. So I'm going to do this too. So the color here, I'm assuming, has to do with the lighting. Florida, or someone died. He was laying like this. He was laying like Florida. Like, so your albedo is probably a little dark. You're using an environment that looks similar to this. I think maybe the light needs to be warm in order to truly match. But I'm thinking if you had the same brightness, this light area is too gray on yours. Like it's too much in the grayer tone. But you are getting the lines in the fabric or the carpet, and it's changing directions based on the tiles. Man, those tiles are weird. I'm like trying to see where it breaks. Here. I don't see a separation in there. That's really weird. Maybe it's right there. Anyways. I guess I'm assuming you just made like one of these, right? And then you sampled it and rotated it around. Because you've got this pattern that's kind of forming here. I don't see it again though, but that stuck out to me as like it, I don't know, that stuck out to me. Cannot be unseen. Error, no. It's true. Okay. In general though, I mean, it looks like it's reading very similarly. There's larger, man, this is really, we're like going really hardcore on this carpet. These shapes, I'm just gonna start highlighting them. Like how they feel when I glance at it. Just wait for it. A dick drawing is coming. I can feel it. It's going to be accidental. See how big those are? And then yours are very like scattered. There's this one. Does that. It's a donut, dude. It's a donut. You're nervous? Don't be nervous. Yeah, I guess they just need to be larger shapes. You're not nervous. Get out of here. That's called excitement. You're excited. All right. Oh, yeah. So you showed this yesterday or the day before. So this is pretty good. There's a handful of things that if you fix them would make it like much better. So like so this edge here is really soft. So if you're able to exaggerate that, like add geometry to bring that out or extrude that out once. The metal grating where it meets this edge here, like you need to explain that this is a thing that a lot of people do early on in their 3D. And I was talking about it in the other portfolio. The combination between the where two materials meet, just adding like a thick rail that all this wire mesh is like welded to or built to will help immensely in explaining how this stuff is put together. Let's see what else we got here. Usually there's a indent or something where like this piece, like the outside part, goes inward. Let me see here, where it's like you're like this and then it drops down. And then sometimes it'll go this way and then back up and then like this. Or sometimes they won't do that detail in the middle and it'll just go down. It'll be like that. Adding some paneling like that and then more bolts and stuff to help explain how stuff's put together. Because right now this whole thing feels like one giant piece. When you put the frame and stuff on here for the metal grating, adding bolts and stuff to that would probably help. Doing stuff like this. Probably not that many. Maybe like, no, maybe like one here. Like a little bolt formation pattern thing. Just keep the grate on. This is extruded out. Maybe a panel line right on the other end here. That shows that whole front piece is placed on and then screwed on the side. Because you want to explain how everything is kind of put together. And then the other really nitpicky thing that I brought up was your stickers. So if you scroll down, this sticker is really close to the edge, which is crazy to me. But that sticker feels like it's painted on. Is that a sticker or is it painted on? Like this feels painted on too. Is that painted? Man, there's a lot of random stuff on those stickers. I do really like the wrinkling in the stickers. The way that they're torn on the edge is very like the bottom here for the yellow one looks pretty good. Like I can see the bottom being kind of torn up like that, but this side here actually looks like some type of other material where it's broken apart. And then there's a weird gradient here where it feels like it's half gone. With stickers, it's it's either there or it's not. Or it's like it's there, but the image has been torn away, and it's just the sticky stuff with the with all the image torn off. So it's just white paper. And then when that happens, like it's really diffused. Oh, you are supposed to be able to see my mouse. Where the hell's my mouse? I'm super confused right now. Yeah, the edges are really blurry as well. You see my mouse when I have the pen active, right? Whoa. I wonder if it's... Ooh, I found a bug. Let's see if it comes back. Sorry guys, I need to look into this really fast. Control Shift 2? Oh, that's just a switch to it. Zinx. This isn't game breaking, no, but that's gonna bug the crap out of me if I'm trying to highlight stuff. Alright, I'm gonna have to make it work, guys. I'm gonna have to make it work. We can see it now. Whoa. Okay. So with the mouse it works, but with the Wacom, you don't see it. All right, we're using the mouse. Okay. So yeah, the edges here are really soft, and their roughness between the two materials needs to be like quite sharp. I would honestly suggest putting these on a decal sheet and then placing those with cards, because then you will get a nice sharp edge, as well as being able to be able to see. So you'll get a nice sharp edge, and you'll be able to control the roughness of these a lot easier, and their placement if you need to move things around. Resolution will tend to be higher as well. If you're placing them like that, though, I don't know, man. But yeah. Cassette tape, David. So this is pretty solid. It's one of those rare occasions where the bevels are tight, but it looks right. The bevels are tight and it looks right. Yeah, this is pretty sick. I'm gonna try using the mouse with my left hand. Let's see how this goes. So, materials look really good. The wear is really nice. I think for visual, for the visual pleasure of it all, if the buttons were a little bit more reflective, like if the roughness was just a little less rough, and maybe this paneling up here was less rough, like this material, just so that could pop more, or get like a light angle so you can see the highlight, so you can get the separation of materials. Hey, thanks for the follow. Metallical. It's like I want to say Metallica, but it's Metallical. Were you in Starflare's stream earlier? I'm pretty sure I heard her say your name. Metallical? Cool. I like it. Welcome, dude. Pickle Rick! Spoilers. This is awesome. Materials look really good. The range of there's like little scratches in there. It's just nice. I think it would be nice to see overuse of the buttons. Like maybe like you can tell like that the record button and the play button have been pressed a lot, or the stop button has been pressed a lot. This looks dope though, man. Like I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I have to look at your portfolio now because now I'm curious. Nice. These are a little round, but this is cool. And the patterns need to break up between the tiles. Okay, I gotta stop. I'm not gonna critique your other stuff. You didn't ask for it. And the button's a bit misaligned. First-hand experience, yes. Dude, awesome. Oh yeah, so this one's really interesting because I was like, what the hell? Like someone told you to fix the striation line pattern. And I'm just looking at the material and I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is this? And then you keep scrolling down and you get this. What is a tape? So then you get this. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, dude, okay, I think I understand now. I think I get it. So where this is breaking down, I think in the material is all of the let's see here. Dude, I'm doing it. I'm using the mouse with my left hand. So all these every line is equally as sharp. You know? Every single one of these is equally sharp. I think if you could find a way to mask those so that you could soften and or blur some of them, I think that would help pretty immensely. Like maybe in your shader you've got like, hang on, let me see here. Yeah, so this height here, if you took that, blurred it so that you get the large volumes, you'll get rid of the little lines in here, and then use that as a mask to use a blurred version of it to mask out some of those cracks. That would probably, I'm like doing the substance in my head. That would probably solve that illusion breaker. Aren't we all embryos, Chris? Yeah. Embryos. Getting it. We're all just growing in the womb of the emperor. That's fucking weird, Chris. That's weird. Almost as weird as my grammar. But Din is a man. You're like trying to, oh man. So this is a little side tangent. What I really like about creative people is we try and solve everything. You're just like, all right, well, but if the sky could be red, what would you need to do? And you're like, oh, it's easy. You just pump red color into the sky. Like, no, you're missing the point. Let's see here. Yes. So this, you had an image earlier. It was this one, and you were talking about composition and such. Wait till sunset, duh. Whoa, Chris. We won't talk on stream about what your girlfriend or your wife said about your... So, compositionally, you were talking about how this was weak, or you were trying to figure out what you needed to do to solve that. And this solves it. This solves it, man. So maybe the lights are a little bright in here. But this makes it work, because you get this, and then you get this space, and then the rest is dark. Compositionally, he is the new Matt. Chris, I don't care, man. I don't care if you're a moderator. I'll do something horrible to you, and it does not involve the womb or the Pen 15. Yes. So compositionally, this is looking pretty solid now. I think maybe adding something here, like boxes, or actually, I don't know what your... A second here. So you're going off of that. Dude, this is going to be freaking cool. Oh, I'm excited. Dude, this is all going to be about signage. Like, you got to nail the signage. And when I say signage, I mean like all the text and the font and where ads are. And yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff going on over here. In general, though, this is looking cool. This is looking promising. Oh yes. Isn't that a bit too dark for that time of day? It might be, but I don't think he has to worry about that yet. Once everything is in place, then I think you can start, because you'll want to do your lighting. You'll do an initial lighting pass, which is kind of what's here, and it might be a little too dark. But I think he's got enough to work with right now, and I think over the process of building the scene through the competition updates, or through his updates, it'll probably tune itself more. If it doesn't, you can go here. Whoops. Hello. I'm using my left hand. This is difficult. There we go. You could go there and comment on it. Let him know. Tell him it's too blue. Cool. That's looking awesome, though. So this scene is pretty fucking cool. It has a bit of that scale issue that we were talking about that people can have with ivy or leaves in general. It needs to have that Chris hierarchy, if you will. Oh, Adam, this is you. This is right. This is yeah. So you said in your comments to it like that you wanted to take the scene up a level. So you're reworking all of your portfolio pieces. So the directions of your leaves, let's see if I can do this. So right now, let's say that that's the direction of a leaf. Making sure that they all kind of, like if this was the direction of the point of a leaf, you want to make sure that they're all kind of going out like this. These ones here would probably go down like that. Maybe every once in a while you get one that goes up. In general, though, I think that's pretty nitpicky. I think what you should really focus on with these guys is making these lower ones, like especially down here, this area, like I can tell this area is scaled down a bit. But getting these guys and shrinking them so that the leaves are younger. They'd probably brown faster than the rest of this just because of the time of the year. Chris Archie. Oh, yes. Dude, Chris, I wish you could experience this in VR. I mean, maybe you are, and I don't know it. You're like using a browser in VR. Hey, what's up, Sublime? You're new to a lot of this, huh? Metallical? I'm calling you Tallical. How's that? Is that cool? Can I call you Tallical? In general, though, this is pretty cool, and I really like when the light is shining through and you get the your transmission, like all the light that's coming through is really popping those colors. Action! Action! What's up, man? I'm using Epic Pen. EJ, how you doing? You can put it on the art related. Make sure to put at DiNusty on there. Let me see what else we can do to this scene. So compositionally, it's pretty nice. I would look at your roughness values. This feels a little shiny here. Could be wrong. Did you hear that? Boop. I really like this light that's coming through here. But I like how it's only that on this side, because the other side is like, oh man, it's just so cool having all that stuff growing in. It would be interesting to maybe try bringing a branch in, like just a dead branch that like comes in through the space but then just cuts out real quick. Let me see what that would look like. Let me see if I can draw. Thinking. I don't know. That might be too much. You might try it though. I don't know. Just grab one of the trees and just shove it in there and see what it looks like. Wall textures look pretty good. This this edging here, like this stuff. It might just be me, but it feels really weird that it feels like it's like placed in there. You know what I mean? Like it's got that floating edge to it. I guess it's weird that it's like, it looks like, is it metal? Because it kind of looks like metal because of the thickness, but I want to say it's supposed to be stone. So I think the thickness is what's messing with me. The broken branch that fell in is pretty interesting. That's an interesting idea. In general, though, the composition of this is pretty solid. It's like super focal point, you know? Let's see here. Man, this shot's cool, too. So it might be a little bright on the outside. Man, doing some slow pan animations of this would feel nice, man. It'd feel real nice. Yeah, this is really shiny. Dude, this looks cool, though. Maybe taking a pass on the grass. Placing it strategically kind of where it would come up first, which is probably near or around the objects like the pews and the podium in the front. The altar. Dude, this angle is sick. I really like this. I really like it when there's something that's really close to the camera. That's blurred out, because then you have like the mid, your forward, and then your background. What's up, Tom Clancy? How you doing? How you been, man? We got that sub button now, buddy. Feels good. Feels real good. Let's see here. This is a cool angle too. This song's sad, man. She misses him a lot. These leaves feel like they're floating on the altar. She's like, I've been drinking. Oh man, I see you lurking. I just don't say anything. It's nice to see you though. This scene's pretty solid. Dude, if you want to go real dark, you could put a noose up here. I feel like maybe something up here. I don't know. Maybe not. It's really old, so it might not need anything up there. You could have like an old chandelier hanging here. It's too much though. The focal point is the cross. You'd put that there and then everyone's going to be looking at that. My nose is itchy. Why? Anyways, this is pretty solid, man. I mean, I think just working on the ivy and then the grass placement, maybe putting a few more things on the altar would be good, and then possibly thickening the frames of those windows just so that they have a little bit more. Yeah, overall it's pretty solid though. I like it. I really like this shot. Alright, so this looks pretty cool. Where is it? Where are you at? Is it this one? Let me double check. It is. Okay. Oh, geez. Spoiler. So this is concrete. So these lines are really interesting. I guess it's like the way that it's dried. The dark spots to it, make sure that they don't look too much like clouded patterns on there. As soon as I have to go. I'm sorry. What you could do is take the dark stuff there, and instead of making the albedo that much darker, make it like half of that, but then in your roughness make that. The materials from you? What do you mean, Spunk? Spunkio? Oh, thanks, Action. Yeah, there's a lot of us that worked on the art for that game. All the unsung heroes. This pattern, though, is really interesting. I say keep it. It's really cool looking. I don't know what it implies. Maybe the tools that they use to kind of smooth it out. Alright, crits. I'm currently making a small environment, a combination of WoW, RuneScape, and Animal Crossing. Fucking love Animal Crossing. The Snow White Limestone. What? This one? No. Yeah, this one. Well, dude, your name's this, but in the stream stream chat, you're Spunkio, man. I don't know who that is. It looks good though. Hopefully you heard my crit. If not, check the VOD. All right, big hotel. So, of all of these, I really like this one. And I think it's because the shapes are extruding so far out that it's really pushing that kind of blocky style. These ones, I think, if you push the shapes out a little further, like the windows look okay. Maybe it's the thickness of this. Shit, it might just be the scale. Honestly, what I would do is put this next to this in the same scene and just look at them and see if they kind of fit that stylized, like if they fit in the same family of that kind of shape exaggeration. Because this one's awesome. I really like this one, and I think this one is just needs to be more in line with this. Hopefully that helps. In general, though, I think silhouette-wise, it looks pretty good. So that's one of the things you're asking about. Oh, right, I can't. Shit, hang on. So silhouette-wise, this line here maybe could curve just a little bit more. Ugh. Come on. Nope. But yeah, bring this point in. Maybe I can do it with something like that. and then this one comes out here. Just kind of bending stuff a little bit more. These lanterns feel like they're squished. I think if you just take the base of it, because the base is really thin, just take the base of it and like double or triple its thickness, and see if that fixes it. Because right now, like the details that are here versus all the other details, like this, all the details in the little lanterns are really thin, right? And I think just thickening the bottom of it will probably be enough to fix that. It's all about immersion, man. All about it. This is cool though, and I like that the little bricks are all modeled. These little, like, every once in a while you've got them like sticking out. It's really cool. This one is really straight here. I think adding a little bit of a bend to those would be nice. Okay, let's go back to here and see what's going down. Oh wait, I'm skipping things. Light function. So this is Chris Raspberry. Dude, that looks sick. Man, I love how it just like... That's awesome. Man, that looks cool. I need the race chair. The compass on top. Oh, that's a good point. Dude, I didn't even notice that. I think if you were to bring it up here, a little higher up, that would probably look... I forgot that one. Oh, those are different. So these two buildings actually feel the same. Oh, this must be the back of it. Okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, if you were to bring that up more, that would probably look better, I think. I love that entrance. That's good. It's good stuff. Okay, onward. It's too straight and perfect. Yeah, Nice save, Steven. What is the context of this? Oh, that's your color ref. Oh, I see. I mean, I think you're showing me the darker side of this sphere, so it's kind of hard to... When you do color ref, maybe do albedo only, and just remember that there's light pollution usually in these images. One chain a bit longer. That could be interesting. Yeah, the hanging sign a bit crooked. That's a good one. Yeah, that's good. All right, so this is updates. Oh, right. Let me scroll up so that we can... So this is the changes that have been made. So you are getting more color variety in your assets now. And your materials look nicer. Like they're smoother where they need to be, I think. I think in general this is stronger. The where is it at? These guys feel like they're floating. Just bringing those lower to the ground is probably going to help. This is me. Maybe taking this and rotating it this direction so that it's facing, like right now it's up like this, And I think tilting it more towards the camera. Oh man, my arm. I don't know if I can do this very long. Tilting it closer to the camera or more towards the camera is probably going to help a little. Yeah. So like if this is the center point going up, maybe putting it over here. That might be a little extreme. And then a little bit more towards the camera. Ivy looks pretty good. It feels a little squashed. Like maybe like this, and it just needs to be more round, I guess, in the, like that's the squash amount. Like this feels like it should actually be up here. If that makes sense. And the heights of this stuff is all very similar. If you could take like a moment and maybe take that one and do this, and then take this one and wrap it around, just so that you get some shape variety. Maybe this one will go up a little bit as well. You could take this one and bring it up here. The ground does feel better. It's still, it feels really thin. I don't know. That's, like this part feels really, really thin for what it is. But I love what, it's still better than what it was before. Like this one, it was just straight. Glass shards, dude, that would be, that's nice. Stuff like this. Or like having all of these filled in like that. But then maybe like it's like that. Or this one's filled in. Maybe this one. Just broken glass, man. Those are terrible doodles of broken glass. Clean cuts. Yeah, you could do like basically like this. Stuff like that could be pretty interesting. These are all solid maybe, and then this one goes down. I don't know what I'm drawing. Here we go. Ground, do you think's too clean as well? I think so. This detail of dirtiness on the ground, you could possibly make that into like a floating decal that's cut out, so you get some sharper edges, and then you can place it around. Don't be afraid of geometry like polycounts and stuff too. Like you could totally add little rocks and pebbles and stuff that are just modeled and just auto unwrapped with like this texture and this texture on it, or even this stuff on it, and just kind of place them in and around all your other props. So there's just stuff scattered around. That I think that would help a lot. Maybe a few leaves. Could be cool. Yeah, that's good stuff, guys. Oh, and you're talking about Toltek's talking about this being too clean cut. Yeah, there's some ways to, yeah, you can add cracks and stuff. You could cut the geometry a little bit more, and then just bevel and or extrude those inward. And that would probably, you could even like cut some of these out and then subtract, like break them off and then tilt them down so they're kind of like you can see it crumbling. Oh, so I really like this one, this pen tool, more than the Windows one. But yes, the Windows 10 one is not bad. I need to start some more music. Let's see if this works. Okay. Yeah, it's loads better though than what you had before. It still feels really blurry. I think like temporal AA is on or something. It just doesn't feel very sharp in the image. We got a dagger, boys. We got a dagger. So I would look at your roughness values, like this material and what the roughness looks like. It looks like in your roughness you've actually like this inside the cracks you've made it wider in the roughness, I think. And that's not how you want to treat the roughness for this type of material. Maybe if it dirties a little bit, but it would just be slightly less reflective than the rest. I think actually a majority of this is probably not as reflective as we're seeing here, but maybe it is, and I'm just going crazy. Because like that shine there is really tight. I feel like that should be wider. And then if this is like a gold, like this should, oh, I did it. So see how this band and this band are the same? That means their roughness values are the same. And if this is like actually a different material, minus that piece, then they should have a different width to their roughness. Hey, Caps, sorry. What's up, man? How you doing? How you do? How you do? I hope you guys are having a good Friday. I just remembered it's Friday. This is great. This is great news. In general, though, this looks pretty good. I would look at your roughness information. I would probably stay away from adding so much normal information into your metals, because it really makes it look like it's wearing down. Marky Mark, what's up, man? Marky Marks, marking the marks everywhere. Marky Mark. Troka, what's up, man? If you want me to look at your stuff, we only have a few minutes left, actually. But what you would do is you would join the Discord, which you can get to by going there. And in the art-related channel, you can post there. And that's where I'm grabbing all this stuff from. So, like, if I'll give you a little tour. So there's all these channels, right? And then you got art-related. And you just post in here, and you just put @DiNusty on there. And then I review the stuff. Oh my god. Chris, you tease. Oh man. That's cool, the desaturation. Oh, that's cool, Tro. Dude, go ahead and join though. Like we're always talking about art and chatting about stuff and talking about technical problems and stuff like that. We're almost at 700 people now. So trippy. That's pretty sick, man. Yeah, look, Reddington, that's the reaction. That's exactly how it feels to look at Chris's work. It's a lot different in substance. Yeah, dude. That's cool that that's who you are. I didn't know that was you, man. Mr. Gates. Ricky posting the pistol. So I'm not a weapons expert. I mean, this looks good, though. I think when you guys post weapons to me, maybe post a reference as well, just so I can pick up on some stuff. Just because I'm not... I couldn't model a gun to save my life, probably. Gates, you can do spec gloss in Painter as well, though, I think. I guess the only thing I would say right now about this is there looks like there might be a weird pinch in this modeled piece right here, and then that these bolts are pointing up the same angle. In general, it looks pretty good, though. My gut instinct is that this part right here is pretty straight. Hang on here. My gut instinct is that is really straight. But I don't, maybe it is that straight on the real. Yeah, the bolts are like, just rotate one of them so this one's going this way or something. I'm like, that's all I got, okay? That's all I got. Looks pretty cool though. This cut in here is pretty nice. Curious what you think of this so far overall. So your thoughts on the workflow for the ivy/flowers and the gold parts would be helpful. All right, this will probably be the last one for me. This is 901. This already looks better than the last time we were looking at it. You said the gold parts and the thoughts on the workflow for the ivy flowers and the gold parts. Oh, you're talking about this stuff. I mean, you could take, so this pattern here, you can like on a texture, right? So you got the square texture. You could just like draw that stuff out and then maybe model to this shape and then bake that flat, and then you could just alpha and map that on top of the mesh. And then you could actually reuse a lot of those shapes or do it the same way in these. This right now is really straight. Make sure that this dips just to try and like follow those patterns. And then don't forget to add the little gold detail on that piece as well. As far as the ivy area goes, you could, again, because of the size of this and the style, you could probably just like texture out some stuff. Some ivy stuff, and then just map it to geometry along the surface. Let's see. Yeah, see, you could do that here too. And then those little leaves that are there, you could just model a couple leaves similar to these but smaller, right? And then just place them. Posted a ref in Discord. All right, let me check that out, and then I gotta get out of here. I'm sorry I'm skipping your guys' stuff. That is pretty straight. Make sure to get these patterns and the text that's pressed into the metal and stuff. Dang, look at that, Chris. Action says, I really like your work. It's one of the best looking submissions in the challenge, my opinion. I value your opinion. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the donation earlier. Thanks for hanging out on a Friday when you could be, you know, doing Friday stuff. You're going to go hang out with Madhu and take care of all this sweatiness because I'm in a closet. If you guys didn't know, I'm just in this small little closet space here. You guys have a good weekend, and I will see you in the Discord. And 4D, if you listen to this in the VOD, if you join the Discord, you can get into Empire Chat. I try to post reference pictures in there all the time. Just texture stuff that I find while I'm walking around. All right, guys. I will see you later. Goodbye.